see guys, first of all, let me just zoom this question number 6 here for you. So see, it also belongs to the same domain, that is algebra, but now that belongs to the system of two linear equations in two variables. Okay, so basically that belongs to the system of linear equations topic. Okay, so if it is system of linear equation, so obviously that has to be two variables. Okay, come on, have a look what question number 6 is saying. So see, question number 6 is saying the store A sells raspberries for $5.50 per pint and blackberries for $3.3 per pint. Okay, so let's say we have a store A which sells two things. One is the raspberries and one is blackberries. Okay, so what is the rate? So selling raspberries is $5.5 per pint. Okay, and selling blackberries is for $3 per pint. Okay, now I have another store B that also sells raspberries and blackberries at a different rate. So see, for the raspberries, it costs $6.5 per pint and blackberries cost $8 per pint. Okay, so let's just collect the data for the second store B. So it also sells raspberries and blackberries. Okay, so the raspberries are sold at the rate of $6.5 per pint and blackberries are sold on $8 per pint. Okay, so this is the data that we have from both the stores. Okay, along with the rates of selling blackberries and the raspberries. Okay, now, and let me just write down this thing. See, wait a minute, this $8 little bit towards the blackberries itself. Wait a minute, so that is $8. Okay, now have a look. A certain purchase of the raspberries and the blackberries would cost $37 at store A or $66 at store B. Okay, so now it is asking a certain purchase of raspberries and blackberries are cost two different things from these two stores. Okay, so obviously that would be different because see the cost of these two articles at these two stores are different. Okay, but because they are collecting raspberries and blackberries from two different sources, they must collect the same amount of raspberries and same amount of blackberries from both the stores so that we can have different prices for same number of articles. Are you getting my point? Okay, so let's just assume the person has purchased X raspberries and Y blackberries. Okay, so the same thing, X raspberries from here and Y blackberries from here. Okay, now the question is saying a certain purchase of raspberries and blackberries cost $37 at store A. Okay, so can I say, like, if I have purchased X raspberries, so can I say in total the cost of purchasing those raspberries would be what? 5.5x from the store A? Can I say so? Okay, similarly the cost of purchasing Y blackberries from the store A would be what? 3.5. Okay, and it is saying the total cost from the store A, that means the total cost of these two things would be what? It would be $37. Okay, now the similar thing for store B, that means from store B, if we have purchased X raspberries, so can I say the total cost would be what? 6.5 of X. Okay, and Y blackberries, that means the total cost would be what? 8Y. And in together of purchasing these two articles would cost what? $66 from the store B. Okay, so these are the two linear equation which we have for store A and B. Now the question is saying how many pint of blackberries are there in this purchase. Okay, so it is asking like the amount of blackberries, like how many pint of blackberries are there. Okay, so what variable we have assumed for blackberries? So we have assumed the variable Y for blackberries. That means you have to find the value of Y here. Are you getting my point? What you have to find? You have to find the value of Y here. Okay, so if I have these two equations, so I'm going to mark this as my equation number 1 and I'm going to mark this as my equation number 2. Okay, now we have to find the value of Y. So can't we apply either the elimination method or maybe the substitution method or maybe the cross multiplication method in order to find the value of Y? Of course, we can do that. Okay, and we are going to do the same thing. Okay, so we have these two equations. Okay, and we are looking for the value of Y. So what we are supposed to do, just try to eliminate the variable X. Are you getting my point? Now, how to eliminate variable x? So see, if I have this as my equation number 1 and if I have this as my equation number 2, so I have to make the coefficients of x as same. No? So just multiply this whole equation by 6.5. See, I'm going to multiply this whole equation by 6.5 and I'm going to multiply this whole equation by 5.5. Okay, then only the coefficients of my x in both the equations will be same, isn't it? So let's just do that together. Okay, and we have the privilege to use the calculator. So 6.5 into 5.5, that will cost us what? 35.75. So we are going to have 35.75x, okay, plus 6.5 into 3. So let's just do that, 6.5 into 3. So that would be 19.5y equals to what? 37 into 6.5. So 37 into 6.5. So we are going to have 240.5. So 240.5. Okay, now this will become my new equation 1. Okay, now repeat the same thing with equation 2. Multiply this whole equation by 5.5. So obviously here the coefficient of x would be what? 35.75x only. Okay, because for making the coefficient of x as equal, that's what we did here. Okay, now 8 into 5.5. So that would be what? 44. So let me just write down 44y equals to what? 66 into 5.5. So we are going to have 363 there. So 363. So that would become my equation 2. Okay, now just simplify, just subtract equation 2 from equation 1. So I'm going to have a minus here, and a minus here. So obviously my x will cancel out here. Okay, now I have 19.5y and 44y. Okay, so 19.5 minus 44. So we are going to have what? Minus 24.5y. So minus 24.5y equals to what? See, we have 240.5 minus 363. So we are going to have minus 122.5. Okay, so obviously this minus and this minus will cancel out. So my y value will be what? It would be 122.5 divided by 24.5. So let's just do that. See, we are going to have 122.5 divided by 24.5 and the answer comes out as 5. That means the value of y comes out as 5. Now, y means what? The total amount of purchasing blackberries would be what? 5. Okay, that means we have purchased 5 pints of the blackberries. Okay, so that's what the question is asking to you. So is there any option which is saying so? So of course my option C is saying that the correct answer should be what? 5. Okay, so that is how we need to proceed for such kind of questions. See, it's just, we can say it's the word problem related to the linear equations in two variables, or we can say the word problem from the system of linear equation. Okay, so what you have to do here, see, always try to maintain such kind of charts. So let me just put down some stars here, that is starting from this element to this element. Maintaining this kind of chart is quite important here, so that you can form your linear equations according to the given data. Okay, and in order to find the value of either the variable x or the value y, you just have to use either the elimination method, the substitution one, or maybe the cross multiplication. Okay, also, although out of all these three methods, elimination is the easiest and the time saving one. Okay, so you should always move ahead with the elimination method. Okay, so I hope this whole question number, which question number it is, question number 6 is clear to everyone. Like the number of blackberries are 5 here. Okay, we can say 5 pints of blackberries has been purchased here. Clear? Okay, okay guys, so